Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we made our way to Delling City to meet General Caraway, and he immediately sent us away, not even bothering to talk to us himself by sending out his guard. And then we fought a Minotaur-like dude named Sacred, and then this thing came up. Anyway, if you're following my progression, you need to come out of here. And then again, like I was saying in the previous episode, you want to hug right. And if you keep hugging the same direction, it can be either right or left. I just wanted to fight the boss first, since I thought that was a good spot to end the episode off on. But if you keep hugging right and going straight and following the curves here, you'll find all the different rooms along the way. Now, the encounters here are pretty interesting because you get some new enemies, finally. Blobras! Blobras are nice because you can grab shell from them, and I think if they're higher levels you can get something else from them as well. But you can also card them if you would like. They have relatively high physical defense, so you may not always get exactly what you want. And do also note, I already got the ones I wanted, it's just double checking my notes. Not only can you not do a lot of damage physically to them, you're supposed to use magic on these guys. But if you card them, then, wow, I got a rare one, so that kind of works too. But if you want to, you can use this as an opportunity to get multiples of 4 in terms of your blobber cards. Because in multiples of 4, I can't remember what element he's weak to, but in multiples of 4, you can refine them. It takes 4 I think spells to, or 4 cards to refine. Throw a Blizzog on it, I just want it dead. But yeah, so you can do that, and sooner or later, wow, look at that damage. Sooner or later, we're going to want to start to refine all the cards we have so we can get rid of them because we don't really need them. They do give a reasonable amount of experience, and the item that you can refine them into happens to be one of, I think, their rare drops, which is a rune armlet. So there's that. And yeah, again, this is kind of the best, because if you run into battles, by the way, if you hadn't have defeated the Minotaur first, this platform, I think, would have been raised and it would have been in your way. But yeah, it gets easy to get lost around here if you're not paying attention, because like if you're trying to go a specific route, which is why I just always go right, and that makes life a lot easier. So there's a float drop point if you care, and I believe it's over on this side. Can't really see it, but somehow he can pull off a chain that was holding back all that water, which you would think would be extremely heavy. Yeah, well, there's a couple other enemies we can run into around here. Would like to demonstrate them if they decide to show up. Think your seed level gradually goes down the more time you spend in here? I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere along the line. Come on, show me another battle already. I thought the encounter rate was supposed to be high in here. Why was General Caraway's guard worried about us coming here again? The enemies aren't really putting up much of a fight. Well, I guess you could fight these guys too. Well, isn't that disappointing? We run in here and we fight these enemies from the beginning of the game. This is why it was one of the hints. It may not be, super far into the game, but just you wait. We're going to be running into the same enemies on and off for most of the game. It's kind of sad. Now, the primary reason I kept my levels low was to get specific items. There are some other ones I would like to pick up before too long, but I think there's a hidden draw point, the Cura spell, which is the mid-level spell, like a Phyra or a Blizzra. And you'll notice here something looks a little bit different. We approach that, we can remove this thing, and then the chains start moving again. Not exactly sure what that does, but it's required. We have to do it. Alright, now, pop open that map. there's only one other area we would like to go, and that's the dead center. You can only enter it from the bottom. So what we want to do is we want to go straight twice, which will hit us a dead end. Then we'll want to go right and then left twice. So we should have a pretty simple go with this. So, you know what? We want to go twice. Now, technically, we're right before the spot there. If I go forward, it'll be a dead end, but it won't have a left and a right option. So we want to go right there, and then we want to go left, and then we want to go left again. And that should, if I did everything right, bring us to the drawbridge, which would not have been up if we hadn't released the water and removed that cog, which I believe lowered the bridge itself. Okay, we just went and double-checked a couple of things because, hey, look who it is. Yeah, if you noticed his dialogue, he speaks in yelling, I guess. This time, your big bro is with you. Is that so, Zell? Oh, he is bigger. Okay, he's smaller. And he speaks in all lowercase. Now, these are the Minotaur brothers. These guys first showed up in Final Fantasy V, to my knowledge. I think the sacred enemy was a random enemy in one of the dungeons, and then Minotaur was atop one of the spires of the double dungeon, the one that you could only go to. You split your party in two, and one was all magic and one was all physical, and he was the all physical one. Yes, we attacked you. Not bad for a human. The older brother is cute. Yeah, well, that's Selfie for you. Foolish mortals. Well, we have boss time. This time, they're serious. And this time, it's just as easy as it was last time. To be honest, like, I'm breaking the game with all that I've chosen to do in this one, in this Let's Play, but the thing is, it doesn't matter. This game is so easy as it is that it seemed like, one, the perfect target to do something like this, since I don't normally do it. And it's also just, I don't know, I find it's more fun to kind of destroy this game than I think almost any other, to be quite honest. But anyway, if you want to, you can draw doubles from this guy. I already got them earlier, plus there's another way of getting them that I'll go over later. Again, Berserks, if you didn't do them earlier, Protect and Shell. Again, so if you just drew them for the first time in the previous battle against Sacred, then you could get more of them here. And Sacred has the same spells he did before. Now, after the previous fight, I removed my, whatever they are. What did I remove? I removed the bio spell, so I should do less damage, but anyway, let's just attack these guys. Yeah, see, I do half the amount of damage now. I would like him to show off. Doesn't he have another attack? I could have swore the Minotaur guy had another attack. It's called Mad Cow Special, and he's not using it. So let's attack Minotaur here. You don't have to continually cast Float on them so that they're floating. They heal when they're on the ground, but that's not really a huge deal, especially with the amount of damage we can do. Like, I'm severely underpowering my characters on purpose right now, just because we don't really need to worry too much. Where are my cure spells? There's the Mad Cow Special. Zell dead. No! This is why we have Quake on our elemental defense. If you don't have Quake, make sure you just cast Float on yourself, and that works just as well because it's an Earth-based attack, and it doesn't really hurt other than that. But yeah, after that, you can just wail away on these guys and finish them off. Again, I'm severely underpowering my characters, just so that I don't one-shot enemies and I can still card them. But I won't be doing that too much longer. I don't believe the order that you kill these guys matters, but I could be wrong. other than just continually attacking them. One of the weird things is even if they have float on, in order to get attacked, they like, or in order to activate an action, they end up on the ground for a little bit. It's kind of weird. As you can notice there, he was on the ground, and then he wasn't. So yeah, Mad Cow special. It's not a lot of damage to begin with, but we absorb all that because we have Quakes on our elemental defense. Rest is up to you. Normally I kill the other one first, but this time I think we'll switch it up and we kill the little one first. The older little one. Again, these guys are brothers. Kinda getting flashbacks here.
What? You mean it's the little guy there?
Most little! Come here! Say that to my face! I dare you!
Yeah, any excuse to reference that is good, so I'm happy. Other than making pointless references, you know, I could have referenced anything. You know, we have brothers. I could have made plenty of wrestling references to different, you know, brother tag teams. You'll join me? Is this how this works? Wait a minute, this happened before, didn't it? I fought something and all of a sudden I got something out of it? Yeah, you get 20 AP for each of them. I probably overdid that, but yeah, we get the Brothers GF. The Brothers GF is kind of interesting. And again, like with Diablos earlier, you fight them and then you obtain them. Defeated the two brothers. Free from this coffin. It's not something I really thought about. That was random. That was quite random. And it never comes up again. It's really weird. But yeah. So there's that. Coming in here to get the GF Brothers is a worthwhile endeavor because we can now finally, we can finally have, wrong character, we can finally have 2 GFs on each character. Now the Brothers, I think they have HP by default, so you would think I would want to mix them over with some of Zell's stuff, but I actually don't. They have HP plus 20 by default as well. And the reason for that is eventually Diablos, who is on Zell, will learn HP plus, but he just has other more important things to work on, and we don't really need the excess HP anyway. It's not necessary. First thing we're going to work on with you is Strength Junction, because yes please, more characters I have that can actually deal damage, the better, and of course that means Selphie will be the third and final character to finally get access to Strength Junction. Alright, now once you leave the room, all you need to do is go straight. And you'll notice here on the ground, because it's a different perspective, we have the same thing there. And it saves which student ID number is on there, even if you save and reload or anything like that. Ah, one of the other new enemies around here. Sure, we'll show this guy off. Again, it's a good idea to have Earth Elemental defense, I think, against this guy as well. You can get protects from him if you want to. Hey, look, I put him to sleep. I put sleep back on my status attack. Okay, let's attack him again. He probably has a lot of HP, but I don't know. We can card him all the same. We could also start to gain levels relatively shortly, but I have a specific spot where it makes sense to start doing that because there's a little bit more that I would like to get as a low-level character before I really have to do anything as a high-level character. And to be honest, the only thing you really need to do is just get access to one spell much earlier than you would have been able to otherwise. So I'll probably just find a strong enemy and level grind, you know, fight him like 4 times and probably get like 10 levels or something like that. But anyway, if you've seen this walk, I'll meet you back in Delling City. Okay, we're back and we just got paid. Lovely. Alright, now that we've got what we needed to, the screens around here are a little confusing to know what you can do, because I think you can go in one, going down here leads you to one screen, We've already seen that screen. Going up this way will take you to another screen. And going straight forward there would take you to another screen. Now this particular one, we actually don't really want to talk to that guard yet. There is a draw point over here. Thundara, I don't care. We don't need that. Let's move on. But I did want to at least show it. I think that's the only one I'm missing. We could have gone straight north there in the previous screen. And this one leads us to an area I think we've kind of seen, but not really seen. I think we saw like from up above before, maybe? I don't know. This place is very confusing. Hey, look. I caused a traffic jam. Whee! The car doesn't even hit me. It's a bunch of people over here. Let's start talking to them. Stock up before the ceremony starts, huh? Tomorrow's class. When's it starting? I have no idea. You're going the wrong way. I know where it is. And this guy you just walk right through. This guy here is the one I'm thinking of. He plays cards. I think it's this guy. I could be wrong. Because if we go over here... Nope, no, I want to go in the thing. Wish it would start, huh? Alright, is it you? Nope. No, can't play cards against you. Yeah, not you. Nope. No, it's not you. There is somebody I would like to play cards with. Actually, there's two people I want to play cards with. Here's another junk shop. We don't need to do that. You don't need to go into all the junk shops, just the normal shops. Which, one over here. Again, nothing particularly interesting right now. Just kind of want that for completion's sake later. I'm going to double check who I'm supposed to play cards with. Okay, I figured it out. It is the guy in black over there. But we're going to come back to him, because there was one other person I wanted to play cards with first, and that should go a lot faster. And, well, there's other cards I want to win from the guy there. So here we've arrived at the hotel area. Does anybody say anything interesting around here? Bunch of people coming to see it. Hotel's all booked, so I guess we can't go in here and spend the night. It's all booked. Without a reservation, you can still pay. Yeah, nah, I don't care. What about you? Can I... No. Can I just go up there? For guests only, so I have to pay. Okay, fine. You can have my 100G. 100 gil, doesn't matter. And if you notice on the floor, people are in the way, I can't see it. But yeah, there is another Timber Maniacs here. And we finished reading it. Now, getting all of these does have a reward, I think, later on. Well, technically, I guess you could call certain parts of it a reward. Some of it's lore, some of it's actually, you know, something you can look at. Up for a challenge. I guess you probably want to play cards with me, but I don't want to play cards with you. Julia's not here. That's unfortunate. Kind of wanted to hear her sing. Actually, I do want to save, though. That's why we want to do this one first. Okay, first things first. Get out of my way. Lady over here is from a region called FH. And she wants to mix rules. We're going to say yes. And the reason we're going to say yes is because, well, usually the quickest rule to spread or abolish is the open rule. So if we just go in, usually the open rule will spread. And that's nice. I've created a traffic jam. Suckers. I think, like, if you play around with that, you can create, like, a traffic jam when you zone in screens. Can't you? I don't know. Whatever. Not important. There's lots of little things like that that you can do in this game. And can I walk, please? Thank you. And if you talk to this guy over here, he doesn't say much. He wants to mix. We don't want to mix. Okay, finally. This guy asked to mix 15 or 20 times. We don't want to mix. We don't want all those extra rules over here. We just wanted to spread open to the FH region for something we'll do later on. But for now, we're just going to stick with these ones. Now, this guy is interesting for a number of reasons. Now, notice we got the Minotaur card, which is a nice card, and the Sacred card, which is also a nice card. So let's see, we still want these two. This one's for the top corner. This one's for a bottom corner. Basically does the same thing Eifert does, so we don't really need that one. So I think we'll stick with those two for the moment. And this guy, if you've lost the Minimod card and talked to her again, we now have access to this card, which is the Kyros card. So I'm going to play a different card than I normally would, because if you played Siren, he would have been able to take you. And that might be the first or second time I've ever seen an NPC who has a rare card not play the rare card on its first turn. Interesting. This guy seems to be thinking about things. Interesting. I'm intrigued. Very intrigued. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play the Gambit. I'm going to expect him to take that card, which he didn't. Interesting. Very interesting. This is going to be a draw, isn't it? I completely botched this game. Yeah. Well, that happens. For whatever reason, sometimes the game plays completely differently, and I'm used to playing in one specific way, and I do not adapt very well when the game completely changes its strategy. So let's try that one again. This guy's interesting. Now, this time, I'll lure out that card by playing a card that it can take. There we go. And then I will just do that, and the rest of the game's mine. So you can do that. Okay, so we'll play that one there, which guards the other one, and I win. There we go. Alright, we got the Kyros card. Now, interestingly enough, this guy has any card you want between level 1 and level 7. Now, we haven't seen any level 7 cards yet. Kyros isn't a card I'll ever play with in the game here, so don't worry about that. But yeah, do we have anything new here? We don't. Well, the walkthrough says that he's supposed to have level 7 cards. I tried him in my test run, and I wasn't able to get any from him, so I just got them later. And I also just tried now, about 10 matches in a row, tried to get them. He only seems to use up to level 4 cards, even though the guide says he uses between level 1 and level 7 cards. But I didn't see any level 5 cards, or level 6, or level 7, so I'm guessing it might be a typo, or maybe it's like plot progression. You have to reach a certain point in the plot, and then he has that ability. Who knows when the guide did the testing on it, so, you know, the guide that I'm been using there. But anyway, so if you want to, you can fight him and, you know, win some cards against him, but more importantly, get the Kyros card. Once you have the Kyros card, you should probably go save. And after that, and at the start of the next episode, we're going to say the hell with the mission once again, and, well, we're going to make a little detour. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.